Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today, I just wanted to tap in with you guys and give you guys this gem super early in the morning. But, I can fuck all the scrolling, fuck all the other shit. We got to build our platform. We got to invest into our shit. So, I'm up super early. Today is 7:30. 7:20. I gotta be at the dealership by like 8:45. So, after I make this video, we got 4 cars detailing. Super busy day. I gotta get my daughters. So we're gonna be ripping and running around, running errands. But I just wanted to tap in with you guys and get in the routine of doing everything that I say I'm gonna do. Sometimes, oh, well, I don't have enough time. Oh, well, I was busy today. No excuses. So today's gem that I wanted to speak on with you guys is you can't be scared to evolve. Evolution is your friend. You got to think as evolving as a positive thing. You can't be scared. Look at the caterpillar. The caterpillar gets into the cocoon, turns into the butterfly. And the butterfly, like we we like the caterpillar, it's cute, but we're amazed with the butterfly. We like the caterpillar, but we're amazed with the butterfly. And the only way you can become a butterfly is evolving. Same thing with my whole brand, Diamond. Fire Diamond, Diamond in the rough. In order to become that diamond, in order to shine bright like a diamond, you have to evolve. What does a diamond start off as? A piece of coal. And with that pressure, with the heat that it's exposed to, it's prepped into a diamond. And I can use this metaphor in a bunch of other instances, but you have to be comfortable with evolution. What are the thoughts that you think? What are the actions that you take? Who are the people that you hang around? Because all those things are going to impact your evolution. Are you a feather in the wind? Andrew Tate, I listen to a lot of Andrew Tate content, and he says, are you just a feather in the wind? Are you being pushed and blown and shaped by the world and what the world has to offer? Are you intentional and you know exactly what you want? Don't be a feather in the wind. Be a bullet coming out the gun. You feel me? You got to be deliberate. You got to be intentional. Because the people who get success, they didn't trip and fall into success. It was organized. It was prepped. It was planned. They had to see it. They had to dream it. They had to breathe it. They had to taste it. So you can't be scared of evolution. Like, I'm 33, and to see my life evolve within the last couple years, especially when I just said, fuck this shit, I'm going to control what I can control. I'm going to become the person that I know I can be, that I always saw myself as a little kid. And that's what I've been striving to. And it's crazy because I've made the most progress. The more deliberate you are, the more intentional you are, the more ground you cover, the more evidence that you have, the more experiences that you have, the more you manifest the life that you want to live. God, the higher source, he's watching every single day. Does he really want it? Does he want it as bad as he says he wants to? Or is he just talking? A lot of people are just talking, but not putting no action into what they want into this life. They'll go to the bars, they'll go, do certain things, and that would be solidified. But all the stuff that people say they're gonna do, they never get to it. They always put it on the back burner. You have to be intentional. Success is intentional. You're not gonna stumble upon success. So create your circle. Right now I'm in a phase where I'm kind of cool off of everything. I'm really just trying to lock in back with God, build that relationship, build that connection, build the communication. Because every single time I seem like I veer off the path, something happens to I have to realign. And even when you go through the certain things that you go through in life, you can't let them destroy you. You have to be just as grateful as the good days, because God is always teaching you. That's evolution. Evolve into the person that you want to be. You either getting better or you getting worse. There ain't no in between. And I challenge you today to start really focusing on being intentional into becoming that person. Because we all have the thoughts. We all have dreams. We all have a vision of where we see ourselves. But if you're not willing to step into that, it will never happen. It will never happen. I've evolved with the last 3 years. I've really, really evolved into who I wanted to be because I was intentional. Before, I was looking for love. I was looking for friends. I was looking for validation. I was looking for, family and all this. I was looking for it. And I found it. And it wasn't necessarily what I really wanted, but I was looking for it. I was chasing it. You know what I'm chasing now? I'm chasing genuine relationships. I'm chasing love. I'm chasing money. I'm chasing, I wouldn't even say I'm chasing money. I'm chasing success. I'm chasing being able to inspire. That's what I'm chasing. When I was in high school, I used to date girls and I used to hop in and out of relationships because I didn't love myself. I was looking for that love outside of me. And every single time I would get broken up with, cheated on, because I wasn't evolving into who I needed to be. So I was just the feather in the wind in life. And I'll give somebody my heart and they'll tear it up, rip it up, throw it in the pieces and throw it in the trash. And one day I had to, tell myself, I had to realize, like, if I'm so willing to love and put myself out there, and if my love is so easy, who's going to appreciate it? Half the reason why we love the things that we obtain, the things that we work for, is because we had to put in effort. We had to put in time. We had to invest into the things that we wanted, that we're asking for. So just evolving. You can't be scared to evolve. You have to buy into the thought of evolution. Yeah, I'm right here, but I'm gonna bust my ass to get here. Because if I'm not focused on busting my ass to get here, guess what? I'm either stay in the same place, or what's going to really happen is my life is slowly but surely going to become worse. Because when I had the time, the effort, and the energy to manifest things that I wanted to, I was bullshitting. Now that time has went by, I don't have nothing that I want to attract. I want to manifest in my life. And that was my outcome for the longest, even though I had these high hopes and wishful thinking, it was like nothing really was happening. And it's because I was sitting back waiting for somebody, something. I was waiting for something to just fall out the sky and everything was going to be everything. But once I start really, really getting into, my thoughts and my beliefs, and once I just, my back was against the wall, I was fed up. And I'm like, you know what? It's either die. What does 50 Cent say? Get rich or die trying. That was my either I'm gonna get rich, either and it doesn't even have to do with money. It's just, wealth. Living a wealthy life. Either I'm gonna be wealthy, either I'm gonna enjoy the skin that I am and the life that I live, or what's the point? What's the point of even being here? Not trying to be sad or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, that's where it got to. So with all that, I'm like, I really have no other option but to see how far I can take this shit. Evolve, y'all. If y'all in a relationship, if you're single, if you evolve. Evolve, grow. That's what life is about. Every single day we trying to evolve into a better version of ourselves. Because what I realized when I stopped playing is when I had my daughter and I saw that, what I'm saying, like, what am I going to give to her? How's her future going to be? How am I going to, provide? And I'm going through all this bullshit in this relationship and I don't even care about this. I had to change my perspective of what was important. And arguing and trying to win an argument with somebody that doesn't see life how you see it, that's wasting your energy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna sit down and know myself. I'm gonna attract the right one into my life. The one that you don't have to explain and argue and fuss and fight and try to get them on your program. This person is just naturally in sync with the program that you have. God will bless you once you let go and once you allow him to form the life that you want. Once you give it to him, you'll be surprised. Everything starts to fall in line. Growing up, I was, always a good person, but I was always looking for that love, that validation. I was always look at me. But now it's like, I just want to be left alone. I want to be, I want to get off the grid. All this material stuff. I cared about materialistic shit. Oh, I gotta get my shoes right. I gotta get more tattoos. I was so worried about the flesh. Which, some of that stuff is cool. It's nice to get in the fashion. It's nice to have. But when you have that become your whole entire identity, then who are you? You're just materialistic. Now you're living out your ego. Now you think you're better than somebody because of what you obtain. I was becoming that person. And I'm painting the picture, whether it's love, whether it's materialistic. You have to really look at all the variables in your life. And you got to, what is the root cause of why I do what I do, how I think. And once you really lock in onto that, onto who you really are, and then you start to realize, like the other video, you gotta stand on who you are and who you want to become. And once you start doing that, that's when you start taking the steps to evolve into a better version of yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I explained it very well so you guys, can take this information and apply it in your life. Evolve into the best version of yourself, and don't let anything or anyone stop you from that. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. We out.